Avery Dennison sends expert installers to transform a PCA member's Porsche.
My name is Mark Hubley. I've been a member of Chesapeake Region Porsche Club of America since 1999. And I'm here today with my 1987 Porsche 924S that I picked up last year to have it wrapped. So a few weeks ago, I was going through my email and I had a blast newsletter from the president of Chesapeake Region, and it mentioned something about getting a car wrapped. I've had this car for 1.5 years now, and it runs great. I'm really happy with it, but the paint is kind of faded and tired. And since I've had the car, I've thought it would be nice to do something about that. I like my cars to look good. So threw my name in the hat, not really expecting much. I don't generally win things ever, so kind of forgot about it. And one day last week, got a message from Vu saying to call him. And when he asked me if I wanted my car wrapped, I was really excited and surprised and looking forward to it. And decided to go with matching as close as possible to Guards Red. I've always liked the way a Guards Red 944 or 924 looks. So I'm really excited about having a car that is not silver and a little more color to it.
All right, we're here with Jeff Chudoff from Arizona Designs, and he's going to be doing the wrap on Mark's 924. So Jeff, tell me a little bit about what we're going to do today in terms of wrapping the car, because we're taking something that's flat and we'll be wrapping a vehicle that has lots of curves, and it's, you know, it's not exactly form-fitting as it comes in a roll. So how does it all work?
What happens is the product that we're using today is a product that's new to the United States, but not new to Avery. They've been doing a lot of the use of this product in Europe, and the nice part about the product is that there's 33 solid colors in the product line, in the SW900 product line. And the unique part about this particular product is that the clear is actually fused into the product. So where a conventional vehicle wrap gets printed on the wrap vinyl, and then after it's printed and outgassed, runs through a laminator, the lamination is actually embedded in the product here. When they make it, it actually rises to the top. So we're installing a product that actually has a laminate that's not a second layer. Now, what gives us the ability to take this flat product and put it over compound curves is Avery's proprietary what's called air egress system that allows us to move the vinyl, pull it and contort it without either distorting the color or changing the adhesive construction so that it's adhering even when we're pulling and bending to the same degree.
So if I remember back to my old days of window tinting and, you know, with the squeegee and working all the bubbles out to make it perfect, this actually breathes. So even if, I mean, I'm sure you're going to get the major bubbles out, and probably as a professional you won't have many, but if you happen to have one or two in certain areas, this will release the bubble?
It releases the bubble, but more importantly, and as you go back to window tinting, that's how I got my start. Actually, our incorporated name is Glass Tint Specialists. And when we would see a rear vision like the one on this 924, I believe the first time I tinted that window, I did it in 14 pieces.
Oh my goodness.
Little strips, and then if gradually we got to lesser and less pieces. What you're seeing with this product, in addition to the ability to make bubbles disappear, is the ability to form it around a compound curve, because that was the reason that back windows got done in pieces, to absorb the compound curve. To the same degree that you couldn't put tinfoil in a bowl with no wrinkles, the reason why window tinting was done with pieces. Now we're able to go around compound curves, fenders, wheel wells, bumpers, all with this product seamlessly.
Now some people might think this material is just a vinyl sticker or decal, but it's actually a very high performance material. And the question you often get asked is, you know, how long will this last, right?
Yeah, that's the number one asked questions. And we reflect back. I share with people that vinyl's been around for 50 years, that somebody's dad or grandfather might have had a Ford Country Squire wagon or a Chevy Estate wagon that had wood grain on it. Okay, that was vinyl. And then nobody went into the Pontiac dealership, bought a Trans Am with the bird on the hood, and asked the dealer, can I go to the car wash or park under a tree or drive it in the snow? And even till today, when you see the Ford pickup trucks with either the FX4 or the FX2 sticker, vinyl continues today to be a part of the automotive industry.
So tell me a little bit about, we had to look for a candidate, the right candidate to do this job. Tell me some of the things that someone that's considering to do a vinyl wrap, what should their car entail?
Basically, and candidly, what we're looking for is just a smooth surface. Ultimately, if somebody were to have a car that was they got a great deal on a car, the model that they liked, but that was the wrong color, as long as the paint was smooth, we can install that on any vehicle. So what we're looking for is kind of the reason why we actually, in truth, are here with our alternate candidate, because the car that originally won the contest had some rust on it.
Right.
And that was certainly a product that we were not able to wrap over. So we're able to wrap over oxidation. We're able to wrap over body shop repairs that were done in the wrong color and they didn't match perfectly, because what the product offers is consistency throughout the roll and throughout the product line. So if at some point in time down the road this particular car is involved in an accident and this roll material is gone, we're going to be able to ensure that when we buy the identical product and replace a quarter panel or fender, it will match.
Great. Now also tell me a little bit about the process that we're going to go through today. I know you've spoken to Mark, he's taken off his emblem, he's taken off the trim moldings. What else is he going to do to make, I guess, the installation process go smoother?
Ultimately what happened was the emblems are removed. Now we have the car in the garage. What we're going to do is we're going to take the windshield wiper squirters off, and ultimately we're going to prepare the surface of the car with a product that's called xylene. It's basically Prepsol's cousin. We're just looking to take anything that can be on top of the paint, including wax, off, so we're assured that we have good adhesion when we actually go to install the product.
Well, I'm very excited to see how this all works. We're going to take some time-lapse video, pictures, talk to the installer, talk to Mark as everything gets applied, and hopefully you'll enjoy it.
We're here working on the preparation of the back of the car. To do the full wrap, we have to take off emblems, license plate, any kind of decals. Down here was a Porsche decal. Basically to get the best wrap possible. Taking the tail lights out is going to be your best option. We took the tail light out here. There was some kind of black sealant gooped up all the way around. Now I scraped that all off. We're going to have to use our xylene. We're going to have to wipe that down, make sure it's nice and clean, top, bottom, inside. We like to wrap into the tail light as far up as we could possibly go, even maybe wrap around the back a little bit before reinstalling the tail light. Basically it's just preparation and taking anything off possible. The more you can get off, the better the installation, the cleaner it'll look.
Okay, so it's day 2 of the vinyl wrap for this 924, and after watching the pros do it, I thought I'd give myself a chance to do it. Justin, don't laugh. So I'm going to try to wrap Mark's, I think this is a driver's side mirror, with this piece right here. So I'll tell you, I have done window tinting in the past. I wasn't very good at it then, so it probably won't help me in this little adventure, but we'll see how I do. All right, so I finished my piece here. So Justin, from installer to installer, how did I do?
You did pretty well, I'm not gonna lie. I think you might have stayed up last night in practice. This looks like an A.
It looks like an A. Did you hear that? An A.
I'm gonna give this an A.
So to see whether or not he's lying, are you gonna use this like this, or are you gonna rewrap it?
I'm gonna use it.
Nice.
I'm gonna use it.
A new talent for me. All right, well, honestly, kidding aside, this was a fairly easy piece to wrap. But even when I was doing it, I had, if you could see, I repositioned it a couple times, because you really have to think in advance, not necessarily, I thought the hard part would be getting all the bubbles, and that, of course you're concerned about that, but what was really important was planning ahead as to how you're going to end the piece and how you're going to trim. And so you saw me shifting the piece around and trying to figure out how to end it over here so that you don't have too many seams, so on and so forth. So again, this is probably a really easy piece to do, and I did all right, but it really shows how important it is to have experience in doing these installs, because when you come to compound curves and knowing how to manipulate the vinyl to make it look good, and I'm working with a small piece, so if I had messed up, it's not really a big deal. But when you're working with a full fender or a full hood, and at the very last minute you mess it up and cut it short, that gets to be pretty expensive. This vinyl is not cheap. So with the limitations of material, the cost of messing up, it really is a good idea to have a professional do it.
Excuse me, what I told him was that he should have done this piece.
Hey.
Then we could have figured out how well he understood the advanced compound curves, and we're offering that class later.
Yeah, I'm not even gonna pretend to know or try this one, because this one is better left for the pros. So we'll let them finish up. We're almost done. I think we only have a couple more mirrors to do, and you'll get to see the final product.
We hope you enjoyed watching the transformation of Mark's 924 from silver to red. Now here's a final look at the results.